In the bottom left side, we got ourselves that blue Protoss here, of course. Trap from the Afrika Freaks. Top right side, the red Protoss. John. Right, we'll try. Joan. Nice, I think the Joan. There we go. I think we're there again. Alright. I don't know though. Anyway. From Alpha X. We're going to be dealing with that, but it's fine. It's fine. After this one, we'll have, you know what, plenty of other groups where I do know how to pronounce everybody's name precisely as they intended. That's good. That is good. Very curious to see what we'll have here today, though. These players, of course, recently had a very big game together. Did give everything they had in those situations. But, yeah, of course, Trap just slightly being able to outperform his opponents here. Had to struggle quite heavily there. Still within the entire process. So maybe just a bit more of the straight up without more experimentation. Or just trying to catch his opponent off guard from Red Protoss here may be in order. Gotta love the probes. Gotta love the probes running around. You have the other base as well? Have a little probe? Yeah, we do. Look at that. Another little probe. Probe on probe action. Going for the first pylon here on the low ground in both locations, actually. Both of these players doing the same thing. Trap denying access for that probe towards that area right there. Can be a difficult one after all to reclaim. Little probies doing their thing. Just doing what they do. Now going towards what looks like a proxy, potentially. The two adepts for Trap, they are the ones that are supposed to kind of keep a lookout for that. Sometimes, otherwise they will be utilized for offensive purposes. Now I don't mind that in particular, but actually I think that probe from ZOUN or JOUN is just going to scout. I'm assuming. I don't think we're going to get any type of proxy there. I feel like that is just way too late right now. Right? He's building a proxy, isn't he? He's building a proxy. Yeah, he's going to put a gateway there, isn't he? Is that the thing? Is it going to be a pylon with a gateway? How many gateways does he have? He has 2 right now. It could happen. It could happen. That's all I'm going to say. Building shield batteries there as well. Could be pretty fortunate, of course, in these types of fights. Trap so far. Only making adepts. That could be a problem here for him. Oh, that is actually working out quite well for him. He's just got so many more adepts that this is a very good thing for him. What is happening here? Stalkers do manage to steer clear for now. They should trade more efficiently here overall, but that was just so many adepts. And that matrix didn't quite apply anymore. Ooh, good shade there again. Good target fire there from Trap as well. Same can be said for JOUN here. Great job there. We'll be able to snipe away further at the Stalker numbers here for Trap's. Trap really struggling right now. 3 more Stalkers coming in as well for JOUN, who is looking to depower 2 of the gateways here for Trap. Trap desperate for that Immortal right now. That's his one ticket out of this. He needs to get that heavy fire hitter, and JOUN realizes will target down the pylons, will not allow that to take a part in this match whatsoever. GG is called. JOUN takes game number 1 here in the first, actually in the decider, best of 3. It's not the first one, Well, it's the first BVP. I could have said that, actually. I could have fixed my mistake there mid-sentence. The first BVP of today goes to ZOUN. Pretty cool as well. Very nice strategy. Well executed. Well targeted. It helps out the fact that Trap just was going for a ton of depths. Was planning to do his entire own play, probably, with those, of course. Right, just come in with a ton of adepts all of a sudden, get rid of all the probes, and voila, that could be a nice way to settle the score. But not getting that achieved this time around. Was just kind of blindsided by the sheer volume of Stalkers suddenly available there for his opponent. And that's a fair way to lose a game of StarCraft 2, I suppose. One where there's it's hard to find any blame right there. Maybe a lack of scouting, maybe you could put it up to that as well, but it's rough to scout when there's Stalkers around anyway, right? And there was a proxy also. So yeah. Okay. Continuing onwards. I think it did kind of come down to just scouting overall. Probably. Now you make another shield battery. I think you're fine. In the bottom right side for the Afrika Freaks, he is the blue Protoss player fighting for the Afrika Freaks. He is Trap and representing Alpha X, fighting for Alpha X, and he's also a Protoss. He's in the red. ZOUN. There we go. I'm back. It's like I need to recalibrate now and again. Oh. That was me recalibrating, apparently. Joan. There we go. Okay. Whew. I panic about these types of things, guys. I really do. Certain stress that just cannot be released. Makes my heart palpitate like an absolute fiddle. Maybe there's some problem on Maturino. Yeah, there does seem to be a problem with Maturino. People are not able to use the coupons. It is unfortunate, but this is true. I think Trap might be aiming towards a Nexus. Oh no, he's gone back into mining gas. Very interesting. Yeah, the Maturino, I mean, it should be fixed. And if it doesn't get fixed today, it will get fixed another day. It's a shame, of course, that we're missing out maybe a couple of those codes and such. But this tournament, it's going to run for quite a while. I would assume you'll get another chance. If you come back to watch another day, of course. But yeah, there's a lot of days coming up in the future. Alright, probes being shooed away from the areas over here. All politely escorted with a taser gun. One of those. It's not going to get the block to not allow the probe back in. You might have not allowed the probe back out though. That is a likely situation here. You stopped making probes, by the way. Look at that. Trap just stopped making probes. I guess he wants to make a Nexus, right? That must be it. Still making Stalkers. Does he want to make a Nexus? What does he want to do? Yeah, a Nexus. Okay. Stargate play instead here for ZOUN. Making a Nexus afterwards, though, it looks like. Committing for the similar type of strategy here, but we'll have that Stargate, of course, available with whatever it spawns to this map. Another probe shot down. Okay, so bit of a showdown. I think with a shield battery here, you should be absolutely fine. Made an Oracle, right? Yeah, okay. Oracle here. Not gonna change the equation at the front, but we'll put a lot of pressure on the back. Although most likely there will be a shield battery there as well, I'm assuming. I kind of missed it there. Yeah, there is a shield battery. Apparently also 2 Stalkers. So Oracle can't do anything there. Solid play though from Trap, right? Having those 2 Stalkers already in position. Very cool stuff. Quite a bit of deep understanding of the game overall, of course. Going into playing that type of stuff. How many do you leave? You still make the shield battery as well. For how long do you leave them there? Alright. Is that the front door? Do I just F2 and get everything together right now? Things can spiral out of control quite quickly. But, you know what, with the Hallucinated Phoenixes, they are kind of keeping tabs on the possibilities of what can happen, right? So, if you know the Stargate is out, you're going to be more prone to have something ready there. Oh, Joan doing a bit of a sneaky play here. Getting himself that, I believe that was the, yeah, that is the gateway. Blink about to be ready as well. We got Trap and a similar army supply. He's also got the Immortals here. And he should have the shield batteries as well. I don't see this going all too heavily into the favor for the Red Protoss right now. He may still give it a go, since he doesn't know that his opponent also has Blink. Blinking right on top of it. I mean, that means he is one-shotting units, which is helping out a ton against the Blink Micro from his opponents. But still, oh, the Immortal needs to stay on his toes, needs to keep giving chase here. Shield battery also gets taken out. That is very good. Blinking after this army, though, that is seeming to be hurting quite a bit. Reinforcements for the Stalkers comes in. Oh, that's a great block on that Immortal. Oh, no, targeting it down, allowing it to shoot 2 more times. That is rough. That is rough indeed. There we go. Nice dodge on those shots. John actually will be able to now take out that Nexus. As he is taking his own third behind this. I don't think he's going to be able to achieve... Well, maybe he's going to be able to achieve much more. That would be a nice surprise. I mean, he's got an Immortal. He's got the shield batteries here. It's a scary place to push into, that's for sure. It's not something you want to take your children to. Oh, there we go. That's quite the dominating blink. Is it not? Yes, it is. I think John has done it. I think he may have done it, guys. This is seemingly to be spiraling out of control further and further, which is crazy because he went with the blink versus the Immortals, and normally the Immortal army-based player wins in these types of situations, at least as far as I've seen. But yeah, just the blinks, very aggressive, but very straightforward. Targeting stuff down very nicely and getting the upper hand in the trades that way. He's not out of the woodworks just quite yet, it seems. Will still take some damage here on this army supply. But you know what? I think he dealt the most damage there, right? That Nexus for Trap still not built. It's gonna start mining here for ZOUN. John, Jimmy. Little Patrick here. I mean, he's gonna start getting himself the charge upgrade. Couple more gateways as well added in. Most likely expecting a Templar Archives to also come up. Get yourself that Archon Zealot composition here. Does quite well against the Stalker Immortal force. Especially if it can wrap around a little bit, right? Oh, it's so good at that time. But, yeah, does require a bit of pre-battle planning and setup to go into your favor. So far, John actually having some pretty good responses against the army movement of Trap. The army of Trap, though, is quite ridiculously terrifying. Maybe John has been just expanding too many resources into the upgrades instead of anything else. Quite a few probes there going down right now. Oof. That is rough. The probes will have to be pulled. Aggressively blinking forward. I mean, sometimes it works, but there's an Immortal just being picked up into the Whoppers, and that is no longer going to work. The Whoppers really flying a key line that does finally get picked off. The Immortals as well, but so I have 22 workers here. Just when you thought things were looking good, they take a turn for the worst in many, many ways. Oh, 2 adepts here for John, though. Need to sync up their shots. That is very important. Could have had 3 kills extra right now. That is a real bummer. Could have had 7 worker kills there. He really could have used those. I guess he still gets 4. In a way, but still. Yeesh. A slight miss micromanagement and things can go wrong quite quickly there as well. Immortals, more and more of them coming into the production here for Trap. Starting up a couple of Adepts now as well, actually. Adepts, they do alright against Zealots. They do alright against the Immortals as well for your opponents. It's not a horrendous play to get some of those. Okay. Out in the wild, the 2 Stalker armies prone. They look for any type of advantage that they can. So it seems to be starting off a bit better there for John, but very quickly we see the reinforcements trickling in, and the fight quite clearly goes into the favor for Trap if it has been taken. But John kind of moving backwards here, will relocate most of his units closer to the shield batteries, giving the map presence away to his opponent, but at the same time not losing the game right then and there. A lot of shield batteries doing a lot of good work. Trap decides out of this attack. Opts not to do it. Will just move well, back to his own base again as well. Shield batteries, they are a scary thing after all. Can make or break your games quite quickly. Did have an observer just straight above John's army. Robo and the Robo Bay coming down as well. It looks like the Disruptors are coming into the mix also. Blink Disruptor. It is where this has been going towards for a while now. Alright. That's the first 4th Nexus. John taking the lead with that step. Trap still has to follow up, but I'm imagining that's not going to be too far behind. There it is already now on that production tab. Starting to move out once again. May not be as a opportune time anymore with those Disruptors now also having to be taken into account. Although he may find himself in a really good position here against the 4th base that's trying to be constructed. There should be blink available. Oh my god, he didn't blink in time. Oh my. Oh my, he didn't blink in time. Okay, well, yeah, that's having him rethink his options here. He's cancelled his own 4th base because there are a lot of zealots that did manage to run around. Joan seemingly expecting a blink backwards or a maneuver backwards. Not quite finding that. And the disruptor shot on the back end goes a little wide. Observer presence goes into favor for Mr. Trap. Giving a massive advantage in these types of scenarios. We'll know exactly where the army of Joan is. Joan, not a clue. The same information on his opponents. Joan is going to lose the base here. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of which one. Trap doesn't want to lose, of course, the Immortals for free. We'll have to throw in a bit of micro here. Make this work. Oh, that's a good connection. Oh, that disruptor shot. Marvelous. Now, Trap, he hasn't been making his own 4th base, right? So this is not as horrendous as it is maybe in the first time when you see it. It's like, oh, wow, you got a base. That's really good, usually. Yeah, sure, but in here, is it still really good? I'm not entirely certain. Oh, it's going to be a massive collapse here on the backside. The back belly of Jonathan is going to be exposed. Those disruptor shots, though, really cleaning out. And I'm not even sure if it's going to be enough, though. The Starkers for Trap are just too high in supply. John finding himself on the ropes once again. Has another disruptor. Maybe a blink forwards here. That is going to get taken out. Unfortunately, those disruptors not going to stay up in enough, and I think Trap just going to being able to utilize the observer presence here continuously to a very nice, clear-cut case scenario. And here we are with Trap pushing on in. Look at, oh my god, that changes everything, doesn't it? That actually changes it. Wow, holy moly. Okay, hold up. It's still all to play for. I thought we were there. But that just killed like 20 Starkers in one go. Okay. I think we might still be here. We may still be here. We may still go into a game number 3. I think that's the case. Although, okay, there it is. GG. Trap takes game number 2. Well played. Well played indeed. Trap ties it up. Brings it back. So now the match points, of course, for both these players. The ace match, as they say. I have to figure out which one of these players is going to, well, be advancing onwards in this tournament. Going forwards into the second group stage. Either of these players would be an absolute blast to have around, honestly, in this tournament. Of course, I'm going to be a bit biased towards ZOUN because he is, of course, an ITaX member. And ITaX is just bloody fantastic, of course, clearly. So, yeah. So that's what we're hoping for, of course. Trap, many people probably going to think that Trap is going to beat out Joan in the end here, most likely. And yeah, I would not call that a false claim. Oh, I'm not sure. Okay, there we are. We are going to get the lobby invites. I was like, am I missing something here? Where is this map? Where is it being hosted? It looks like it just needed a bit more time, patience. Chup, chup, chibididu, babadabab. Boop-a-da-boop. Alright guys, the final game of today. Let's see who gets their butts kicked on the curb, or who is going to stay in the bigger money run here overall, trying to find a way to get something going into their favor. Here we go. Let's see who will be able to get something to go into their favor. The top left side, the red Brodals player fighting for Alpha Axe. Will he join his team member who put him in this awkward position in the first place towards the second group stage? He is, of course, John. The bottom right side, we got ourselves that blue Brodals player for the Freak Out Freaks. He is Trap. And they're off. Blue probe goes out and about. The red probes will stay home for now. Not all too keen to figure out what is going on in trap space. Usually an indicator that we're going to get a safe build from Jan. Ah, there we go. There's the probe now coming out. Still will get all the valuable, crucial information here. Okay. Let them do battle amongst themselves, we say. And they shall. Kind of curious to see if we will go back into that Blink Stalker type of play. Also very interested to see if Trap will go into any type of disruptors. Did manage to avoid doing so the previous round, and it did go into his favor. Not sure if that means a whole bunch, but still interesting, right? Still something to keep in mind with the situation developing further along here. A pylon for Joan to try and see what's coming out of those gateways. Same here for Trap. Joan just gonna try and just shoot it down as much as possible here, of course, before the Adepts shade away. Oh, the probe comes back actually. Oh, the Adept shades, they messed up, they fumbled. Couldn't quite stay on top of the probe there. Now a pylon will be blocking the Nexus here. That's a rough one. That is something you actually do have to stick around for as the Adepts. Oh boy, now two Stalkers show up. Everything is going from bad to worse for Adepts, so they do still beat the two Stalkers. And we have twice as many. That's usually a pretty good sign. It's not going to try to take this fight though, it seems. Both players just mainly losing the shields. Joan going for a proxy here. 4 Stalkers, they do manage to beat 4 Adepts, especially if it was supposed to be 6 and now it's only 5. Oop. Okay, that should be a dead... Oh, why did he move the shades? I think that was a mistake. I think that was a macro mistake. He's gonna try to get himself some Stalkers also. That's right, that's right. And Dark Shrine coming up there for Joan on the top right side. Only the Twilight Council here being constructed for Trap so far, which is a good sign for Joan, who would like to get those DTs, of course, in undiscovered and undetectable, which is the way that he is going right now. Twilight Council, the worst thing to open up against, the worst thing to open with when up against DTs. Investing into Blink as well. Still no Robo being made here. That pylon not getting scouted either. That's very unfortunate. That is where the DTs will be spawned in. The Dark Shrine also, of course, not getting scouted out yet. Just quite yet. Trap. He's making a lot of Stalkers, though, to be fair. He's making a pretty good army. Oh, he found one of the... well, yeah, he found the pylon, actually. One of the crucial points. Overall, DTs will be watching further along the pathway. Let's see if they go around the Stalkers, or try to, at least. Or just walk right past. Some leg spikes. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why that's happening. It's just seemingly happening a little bit more often right now on the Korean servers. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, the Stalkers. Oh my god, that's a big one. Stalkers coming in from the backside. We'll be able to get rid of the pylon on the and the whatchamacallit. Oh, no force field there to keep out the DT. Quickly transforming into an Archon. Trying to still make an escape happen here. Does manage to do so. That is really good. The probe's being stuck behind the force field for a little bit as well. Nicely done. Nicely done. Let's see. Blink Stalkers going to be available here for both parties in this oncoming battle. There we go. That's the first couple of lasers being shot. Archon available, of course, for ZOUN here, so that is going to help him out quite a bit against those force fields. Gives a big advantage, but to be fair, most of Trap's army is Blink Stalkers anyway. Usually don't care that much about force fields either. Gotta be careful, ZOUN and Trap, with these positions here. Volatile things can happen when you force a fight which neither player is quite too certain of. Should I fight? Should I fight? Ah, heck it. Let's fight. And then worst things can happen. Usually at that moment in time as well, they will. Okay, both these players just consistently committing towards the gateways. No second robos. No real robo base or anything of the sorts. Man, the lag is... getting worse, isn't it? Didn't change anything, I swear, but it just does this sometimes. All in its own. Alright. Battle of the Beasts. ZOUN trying to get the charge upgrade here. So is Trap, though, to be fair. Upgrades are in Trap's favor. That's a big deal. I suppose the tech tree is a little bit further along here for ZOUN. Having, of course, access now to more Archons. And the army for Trap, I believe, is quite Zealot heavy. Well, actually, no, it's Stalker heavy. He might try to trade the Stalkers here, so... Ooh, the Warp Prism. Oh, that is rough. That is rough. What was inside there? Probably some Adepts, right? Probably some of the Adepts. Okay. I think ZOUN is trying to figure out where his opponent is coming from. But again, due to lack of awareness with his observers, he is maybe potentially falling for a trick here. No, okay. Does manage to reposition there in time. Trap actually going around anyway. I feel like he's looking for observers. There we go. Okay, CC observer. The last thing ZOUN saw was an army of Protoss going towards the top side. Trap did move backwards, but so far that has now been discovered by ZOUN, who never moved away from his post. Here we go. Is this the battle? There's no reason for ZOUN to try and fight this uphill battle. I mean, there's a reason for him to fight it downhill, but uphill, probably not the way to do. I'm just worried if he puts too many units on the top side, then Trap will be able to just rotate on a hinge into that 4th base. But in fact, ZOUN, I apologize, there was in fact a big rotation towards the top side. ZOUN questioning his own brain though, did move away from that location once again. That's a shame. That's a shame. Seeing the prediction and then the doubt just kind of kicking in and not helping out there for ZOUN. Well, to be fair, it does not look like he even has the army count really to contest with what Trap is bringing to the table. It just seems too much of a good bowl of Brodels. Took him a while to find his way in, but that is a way in indeed. GG is called. Trap will be the second player here, advancing from this part of the bracket.